Good evening.
Good evening, Dr. Glenn.
Good evening, sir.
It's November
November
the 10th,
the 10th.
2022.
Yeah, it's
And,
been we 10 days into November already.
already.
Wow, it just looks
And
like we just started.
yeah, what's funny is the weather is playing with us.
Yes.
I think we were talking about it the other day, how it's warm when it's warm, and now it's getting cooler. And,
Then it
and
gets hot again, not warm.
right, and it was almost like fall saying, "Hey, I gave you enough. My friend Early Winter is getting ready to come on, and he'll hand it. I'm
And him off.
handing him off to you all." So,
Well, it's been lovely weather for the last couple of days. It's kind of hot for this season.
yeah,
But I think the cold weather is upon us.
it's getting ready to show up.
It's coming.
It's
But it used to come, around fair time. The fair's
Right,
been
that's
gone.
right.
Fair's been
It's
gone
been
2.5
gone.
weeks.
Yeah,
But it's kind of, holding up a little bit. But
and not much rain.
old man winter's on his way.
Yeah, he's here. He's coming. He's coming. Like I said, early winter, and then the big guy shows up.
Yeah.
Mr. Cole.
It's the cold himself.
We want to say welcome aboard to our viewers.
Yes.
Um, this is our Thursday broadcast, and if you've got a moment, we'd like for you to share this broadcast with your friends.
Yes.
Also, if you're on Facebook, please like our page and definitely share it. And if you're on YouTube, you can subscribe to our channel and hit the little bell.
Subscribe button.
Yep, and hit the bell, and you will get a notification every time we're on air. So please do those things. We do welcome you. And last but not least, we always want you to communicate with us.
Make a comment.
Yeah.
In a little box.
Yep, in the chat. So
Chat box.
join our chat room and put your comments there. If you like something, let us know. Send us a heart or something. And if you've got a topic that you would like for us to talk about, we'll certainly do that too.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll certainly do that too.
Yes. And if you like to be a guest on our broadcast, call us, our office, 919-779-9905, and talk to our staff there, and we'll get you scheduled to come in.
Yes, absolutely. And it's on our display now, the number. So if you need to get pencil paper or pen and paper or use your phone, go ahead and take that number down, and it's Father's Forever. And let us know so that we can get you scheduled.
Yeah, we love to have guests. That. Yes, we love to have guests.
Well, earlier this week, we went to Hammond Road Detention Center, Wake County Detention Center on Hammond Road. And, it was a nice trip. It was nice talking to those gentlemen. And, it's unfortunate that, they are incarcerated. But their spirit seems to be high, even though they are, And I enjoy talking with them, and as well as teaching some of the course. I'm thankful that you'll let me do that sometimes.
Yes,
so,
you did excellent.
It's good to be able to interact with the men and hear their point of view, their perspective.
Yes.
So I will give you our title in a few minutes, but there's some other things we want to share with you. I know that you were busy this past weekend.
Yes,
and you seem to stay busy. Oh, but before I do that, I want to share my page.
Oh, okay.
Share the broadcast on my page.
Okay.
And you can keep going.
Yes. So we did have some a very active October, and the last couple of weeks we've been doing some reverse book signings, and things have been really well. So I think we're gonna pull up. Somebody's gonna pull up one of our staff is gonna pull up some pictures, and so we've had Last weekend we was at a church, South Central, I think, Pastor
Mm-hmm.
Devlin on off of Raleigh Boulevard, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the pastor and his wife,
All right.
Angela, and myself, and we had a good time there. We did. They donated 37 books.
Wow.
Yeah, and the staff and the pastor and the first lady was very, very supportive of what we were doing, and
Mm-hmm.
we done some work with him before
Okay.
in Wake County. So
Mm-hmm.
he's a pastor that's really been involved in the community. He's been part of the Family Resource Center Fatherhood Conference.
Mm-hmm.
Been a major part of that before COVID came, and so we worked together on some other functions, so other stuff.
Yeah, I remember Pastor Dublin
Yes,
from working with the Access to Recovery grant, and yeah, he's definitely a community
community
oriented.
pastor. Yes,
Yes.
and he wants the church to be the same way. He brought a good word Sunday about
Wow.
being out in the community and being active. So
Mm-hmm.
he's very appreciative to have to be able to partner
Mm-hmm.
those Devlin. So 37 books was going to be distributed locally in the community. So thank you again for Pastor Dublin for that.
Yeah. And actually, once those books were designated as being donated, we do something else
Yes,
to
yes,
them,
yes.
and that is we'll stamp them
Stamp them.
as well as get some encouraging words written in them.
Yes.
Each book.
So our goal is to get each one of those books signed by several different people.
Mm-hmm.
The people who donate them, as well as some of our staff,
Mm-hmm.
as well as some of the guys in our class.
Right.
So there's a couple guys that was in our class. I think there's pictures up there. There was some guys that was in our class that we sit down and I was signing my name on them,
Mm-hmm.
and they were writing some things inside the book, and they also were stamping out information on every book. So the guys get to participate. They come up here during the daytime and they're not really busy. We bring them in and let them.
Mm-hmm.
We write a script for them to write,
Mm-hmm.
and they just copy the script and write it in the book. So,
Right.
and the guys that get the book, they're very appreciative, and we just want to send a message to them that we are out there, that we are supporting them, even though we know they're locked down, but they're going to get out to eventually one day, and they want to hit the ground running. So,
yeah.
James, we talked about down the road. When we sit in that classroom and we watch the guys walk in
with their books.
That's
right.
In their books, and they participate. They talk about the chapter. We ask them, "What do you learn from this chapter?" And they can really
they can
respond. So which means they had to read the book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we at the end of it we do the test together. We go over the test questions together, and we have just other handouts. It's very excited to see. Even on Monday nights, when we pick the guys up, when they come on Monday night class, they come with their book in their hands.
And they have to, because the dean of students is
there.
And I'm checking. I'm checking for homework.
Yes.
Making sure they turn them in. But they've been good. The guys have really been stepping up and doing their work as directed, and participating in the discussion. And that's been a blessing just to see this change happen.
Yes.
See them get involved with something that is not so mind-boggling, time-consuming. It has become a part of their week.
Right.
Every week for the next, it's going to be a 12-week class, but each week I can see more and more of a change that's coming over our guys.
Right.
And I enjoy seeing that. And it's a blessing to be able to witness it too, Yes. Well, so you had your Sunday, which was a reverse book signing.
Right.
So now we've got, for the month of October, 209 books.
Yes.
To be delivered to CLI.
Right.
So, with saying that, I want to share some words from our executive director, Dr. Glenn Warren.
In a household with my dad, and he took care of us all of his life. I'm a retired social worker for Wake County Human Services. And now a lot of my clients that came to me didn't come to us with their dad. These guys are grown now, the women as well, and they suffer from substance abuse and anger and bitterness and resentment, all those things. So it was a God idea that I decided that I want to do something to give back. So we started Fathers Forever to help to teach these guys how to be good fathers and how to come along beside them and give them the skills and the knowledge that they need to be a good dad. Like our Heavenly Father who take care of us, He feeds us, He clothes us. He makes sure that we are safe and doing things that we need to be doing. We want to model everything we do after our Heavenly Father. So that's why we provide food for the guys. That's why we provide clothes for them, as well as teaching them the importance of their gifts, their talents, to be a part of their kids' lives, to be a part of their family lives, to go back and help them understand some things that maybe they burned some bridges and how to recover. They come to us from jail. They come to us from the prison. They don't have clothes. So our clothing closet provide them opportunity after we interview, they go into the next room and get a set of clothes. So when they come to us, with the clothes closet really help get back in the community. And when they go in the room and get clothes and take off that prison uniform, you should see the smile on their face when they come back outside. So our clothes closet has been very, very beneficial to guys who are returning home from prison. We created a car wash where we actually teach guys how to detail cars. And I could take those skills now and go to a car dealership and get a job working as a detailer. I'll start their own business washing cars. We also teach a class at the Hammond Road Detention Center every Tuesday. We take our 12-week class to jail to teach them how to be dads at a distance. A lot of the guys come to us, even from the community, that need food for their families, and our food pantry just serve the community as well as serve the guys in our house. If Father Forever wasn't a part of our neighborhood, a lot of guys would be discharged to the streets. They wouldn't necessarily, have a place to go to for 90 days to help them get back in their kids' lives, help them get back, find a job. So I get up in the morning and come here every single day because that's part of my calling. That's what I do. That's what I love to do. And to see a man change his life from being, a depressed, having no future, having no destiny, to come along beside them and help them identify their gifts, their talents, their abilities, and also help them realize how important it is to be in their kids' lives. And so that's been very rewarding. I would do it. If I never got paid to do it, I would do this the rest of my life.
Welcome back, everyone.
Yes.
Dr. Warren, that was a good commercial. I know it's a little longer than some of the others, but I like that.
Yes,
I like that. And the reason why I'm saying it is because when you did it, it was a new thing for me.
Oh, wow.
Also, so, I don't know everything. I'm hanging on for the ride, though. So it's a good thing. So tonight we want to just talk briefly about what does it mean when we say healing fathers and saving families. What does that mean to our viewers?
Yeah.
What would it mean if someone saw the Beast going, our mascot truck going down the street, and they see on the side where it says healing fathers and saving families?
Yeah, it's because this is part of this is our vision, our goal, our mission statement,
right,
if you will. Healing fathers, saving families, and that's what we've been doing for the last 15 years. So if fathers are the foundation of the family, and it is, and not because I agree with it, because
right,
God created, the man first, and out of the man came woman.
Right. Took from the rib from his side,
yes.
Adam's side.
Yes.
And
so man is the foundation. Fathers, the man is the foundation. So out of that created woman. Out of women, we have now a family. So a bunch of families live in a place we call community, a neighborhood. So a bunch of families live in this neighborhood. Out of neighborhoods, we get our communities. And out of communities, we get our cities.
Mm-hmm.
In our cities, we get our states and so forth and so on.
Right.
So if we got problems in our states, we have to go back to the city. If we got problems in the city, we go back to the community, the town.
Right.
If we got problems in our cities, in our towns, we got to go back to the the foundation where it all started at.
Right.
And so if fatherhood is a foundation, then a lot of issues we have start for the lack of fatherhood.
Mm-hmm.
And if the lack of fatherhood creates all kind of problems inside the society,
Right.
inside the family. So that's what we want to do. If we can heal the father, if we can get him back on task, if we can get him back doing his responsibility as a man, as a father, then we're going to consequently heal the family, which is going to heal the community.
Yeah.
And so what we have to do, James, if you went to a building and, the building has got holes in the walls, the windows are broken, sometimes the doors are hanging off the hinge, you don't condemn that building.
Right.
It's, you go fix that. You go, patch the holes up,
Right.
fix the windows.
Mm-hmm.
So the house, you don't condemn that building. But if the house got structural damage,
then we got a problem.
then we got a problem because that house can collapse and kill people that's in there.
Right.
So the issue is we're having some structural damage in our community.
Yes.
And the structural damage is the lack of fatherhood.
Right.
And because of that, now we've got a fractured society because of the lack of fatherhood. And so what we're trying to do, what we have been doing for the last 15 years, is finding out a way to get these fathers, one father at a time.
Yes.
That's why we teach the class. Why we do a lot of one-on-one. That's why we provide the service for these men, that we can show them how to be a good father. And so that's what Healing Fathers Saving Family is. But unless you fix the foundation,
no matter what you fix up, it's not going to.
It's not going to fix.
It's not going to be a firm.
We putting band-aids on.
Strong.
Yes.
Place to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I use the illustration, James, all the time that you got a glass of water sitting on the table,
right,
and the glass turned over,
right,
and it's all the water is pouring out on the floor,
right,
and we on the floor with our mops, and we got our towels, and we trying to clean up the water. We forgot to stand the glass up.
Right.
And the glass is the father's.
Mm-hmm.
So if we don't stand the fathers up, we still gonna be on the floor cleaning up the mess.
Yeah.
That and what we got to do is, and how do we stand the glass up? Is teaching them how to be good fathers and teaching them how to be responsible. Now, James, some of this stuff is inherited. They know.
Right.
That's why we have an exercise, James, and
it's a good one.
It's a good one. We set the guys up.
Mm-hmm. I like it every time.
We set them up. I asked them this question: What kind of father do you want your grandkids, your grandson to have?
Right.
What's the characteristics in this man that you want your grandchildren? This is your grandkid's father,
right? Your
granddaughter's father. What kind of man you want him to be?
Right.
What kind of father do you want him to be?
Yeah. And you know what?
Right the list.
I took a copy of it. I took a picture of it last night, on Monday night.
Yes.
And I said, let's keep this.
Yes.
Let's keep this.
So we set them up Monday night at class. Mm-hmm. We asked that question.
Right.
And we asked them, and so they said what kind of, So
I can read a few.
Read a few of them. So James, they're saying this, and James is up writing on the board what they're saying.
What that father.
What kind of characteristics do you want the father of your grandchild to be?
Okay, here we go. So they said compassionate, stable, and I'm just reading them in a different format, but fun, respectful, trustworthy, honorable, dependable, employable or employed, knowledgeable, have wisdom, be helpful, and be loyal.
Right.
Those are
the fathers. Those are the characteristics that you want your grandchild father to have.
Correct.
Yes. So then we ask them another question. What things don't you want him? You don't want him to be.
Okay.
Well, give me a list of things that you don't want the father of your grandchild to have or to be.
Okay.
What's that list?
So that list says a drug user. Man, I can't read my own writing. Unemployed, a child molester, a liar, a cheater, less of a man, in and out of jail, anger issues. So that's just a few.
Just a few things.
Just a few.
So we kind of set them up. So you got the list of good things
Mm-hmm.
that you want your grandson, father to be,
Right.
and a list of bad things that you don't want him to be.
Right.
So I said, when a guy tell me, Mr. Glenn, I've never had a father, therefore I don't know how to be a father.
Mm-hmm.
I don't buy that. I don't buy that anymore.
Right.
Because you do know what it is to be a good father.
Mm-hmm.
You choosing not to, but don't tell me you don't know what it is to be a good father.
Right.
Because you just laid out a whole list.
Of what things.
Because you think I'm talking about the father of your grandchild. Now I'm gonna turn that back on you. And now what you got on that list? What are you? And about halfway into it, they get somebody light bulb turned on that.
Right.
This was a setup. It is.
Yes.
Because I want you to know what it is to be a good dad. You know what it is to be a bad dad. Now you're choosing to be a good dad.
There are no excuses.
Bad dad.
No excuses.
No excuses. Yeah, so those are some of the exercises that we have that they get involved in, and they're just throwing out.
Oh, they were. We didn't have any trouble.
Coach.
Right.
We didn't have to coach them about nothing.
I was having a difficult time keeping up with just writing them down.
Yes.
So that's
we didn't have to coach any of them. You know, so not only for our guys, but if any guys really want to enroll in Father Forever University, you go to our website, www.afatherforever.com, and sign up and enroll into our Father Forever University, which is our online Zoom classes that we're going to start having again. So we got the in-person classes and we got the in-Zoom classes.
Right. So if you're not in the area, Zoom would work.
Yeah. Are you a child support agency? Are you another agency? Child protective services agencies? They want to refer guys to Fathers Forever for the 12-week class.
Right.
Please call that number 779-919-779-9905, or either go to our website and fill out that referral form, and we'll give them a call and get the process started.
And get them enrolled.
And there is a price, but there also scholarship money available.
Yes.
If your client can't afford it, we can work out a scholarship for him to come. We just want to get these guys. We want to heal fathers, saving family, and we doing this one father at a time.
So this is what I'd like to say, Doug. So this past Monday night, one of those fathers that you just mentioned came to sit in on our class.
Yes.
And any of our former students, former fathers who were a part of Fathers Forever, you're always welcome to come back. And we're here on Mondays from 7 to 8 teaching this curriculum.
Yes.
But he shared his story. And it was nice to hear how he was an angry dad.
Yeah. Very angry. And you know, you still see some of that. That residual is still there a little bit.
Yeah.
But he is, because he had a lot of issue with his mother of his child.
Right.
And they were at odds with one another. And I had to talk him off the ledge a lot of times.
And he figured out how to let that go.
Yes.
And to fight for the rights of his children, to be able to see them, to be in their life, and even to go the extra mile and stay current with paying your child support.
Yeah.
You know, he was talking about all these things to our men, and nobody clapped back at him and said, no, you're wrong. He's telling you what to do, because at some point, those kids are not going to be babies.
Right. They're
going to be 18 and over. And, you know, they're going to be, Dad, I want to hang out with you.
Right.
I want to, you know, I'm out of school. You know, this same kid may want to not go to college, but want to take up a trade or something and do some things with his dad.
Yeah.
But this young man had his own business. And
Yes. He's coming to us now, looking for people to work.
Right.
Yeah. So this is a testament that this stuff is not just a theory.
Right.
It ain't just, you know, the stuff that don't work.
Right.
He came to us when we first, probably we've been up about 15 years. Probably he was the second class.
Okay.
And like I said, and he's been coming ever since he graduated. He never stopped coming.
Right.
He will come by. Every 3 or 4 months he'll come by.
Just to check
6 months
in.
he'll come by. And he's always been the same. And he get up and he talk the same thing, because he knows that this stuff works.
Right.
It ain't, again, just something that we talk about. It's reality. It's the stuff that we live by.
And it was good to see. And I know that those guys that were in class, they had his attention.
Yeah.
He had their attention, and
that's a good example of healing fathers
saving
families.
Right.
Because we helped heal him,
Mm-hmm.
and consequently now him and his kids got a good relationship.
They got a strong
relationship.
relationship. He was like, man, somebody take these kids. But I mean, they're grown now.
Yes,
they're older teenagers now. And he's like, somebody come get these kids because they just love their dad.
Yeah,
they want to they're not going to give him no air.
Right.
They're going to take it all up, so, being in his space.
So that's what we do then. That's what we heal fathers, saving families. So that is the foundation. So I'm very excited about the work that we do, and we're going to continue to do.
Certainly will.
Yes.
Well, that's about wraps it up. I know that our chat is a little light tonight. We didn't ask any questions, but if you have a comment, certainly put it in the chat so that we can read it on air and acknowledge you as well. Yes. But definitely do those things. And if you can comment on tonight's show, please do that too.
Yes.
We want to continue this work. We want to be able to heal fathers and save families. That is so critical now. Things aren't the way they used to be when we came through.
Right.
But that's okay. We are where we are, but we're going to address this always.
Yes.
Always do that.
Yep. Donate to Dads at a Distance with the Cash App Fathers Forever. Our PayPal. We continue to raise money for the purchase of books to send them to Dads at a Distance, and so that's important to us. We have thank you for your help in donating over 1,400 books
as of September.
31.
30.
So we didn't have included October.
So no October.
Yes. So
no November and no December. So we're going to put those numbers up too.
We're excited about that, about the community. And I met a couple of people today, James, just in talking to her. They're going to set up. She's a realtor, and they're going to set up. We got some good things coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Perfect.
There's some good reverse book signing, and we'll get you those pictures. So if you're listening and you got a business or you got a church and you want to do something to help, this is a way that you could help the people get involved in it and make it a book signing event and invite your people to come in, and we can bring books to you and you can sign the books and put a nice little message in there and get these books out to these.
That sounds wonderful. So that's about it.
Yes.
And I'm going to turn it over to you, and you can take us on out.
Yeah. So we having the Beast is going to be on tour this summer.
Okay.
Again. Right. We're going to be doing some more stuff with the Beast. So we're very excited about that. So until we meet again,